Did you hear that New Hampshire? This is all hearsay. I haven't done any bit of research or anything like this. Shocking. Have you heard that New Hampshire is potentially banning gas stoves?
Okay. Yes. Yes. No, but it's not. It's not. It's about like the fact that they are the ones that are more explosive. It's not just like you are never allowed to have a gas stove and you have to get rid of it if you have it. It's you like can't install gas stoves anymore because of the like explosion aspect of it. There's more to it than just you can't have it. That I do know.
There's just so much stuff that is in our house that's gonna blow up anyway.
Sure.
I'd love some of that right now.
Just you want to blow up?
Just in like a small corner of the house where like nothing major gets damaged, but just enough where we have to sell it.
I feel like this is
It's
similar
a tough
to
resale
house
on that. Well, yeah, the northwest corner of the house is actually gone. It exploded.
I don't know what happened. It's something
Our
about
square footage is down by about 300 square feet.
maybe like underneath, like where the washer and dryer are. Like that can be, a little something. Go up that way, the exterior portion, and then like into the sunroom. Yeah, perfect.
I'm really hoping for
Could be
your
a gas
sake
dryer.
that this didn't record early as you said that if something happens in the next 6 months.
I really hope. I'm with. Yeah. We'd like to point out Exhibit A.
Yeah,
it is exactly where it started and ran into. So
yeah,
oh,
the lawyers for the organization are going to just touch base with those lawyers, and there we are. You're fucked.
I'm gonna be in the middle of a big old gangbang. No, I heard that last night. I was hoping it wasn't true. Like, come on. I don't know. It's just silly. Let's not worry. Well, I'm not gonna go.
We can drive motorcycles or ride motorcycles without helmets.
Not in your
But
kitchen.
You can't buy weed,
dude. You can live free and die, but you can't actually do any of those things.
You can't have the best way to cook in your kitchen.
Yeah, that's weird. It's a weird
wild,
one.
fucking bullshit.
Well, you know where I'm going to be for the next 25 minutes.
Cooking on your.
Just looking it up. Looking up what the.
Oh,
jeez.
Great segue. Great segue. We bring them here for the segues, folks. Oh Jesus. But yeah, no, that was disappointing. What a way to start the show. Talking about welcome to Bring It, where we talk softball and kitchen appliances. And what's your favorite? What's your favorite refrigerator model?
Say air fryer if we're just talking overall appliances.
I mean, I need to get my stove replaced anyway, so I've got some major issue going on with like the circuit board. I got to make a fucking call. I tried YouTubing it, and it just sucks.
This isn't sounding good for you.
The stove, yeah. Usually, I just call it an appliance person.
Well,
the only thing that I've had to do
right?
is they don't touch dishwashers.
Yeah,
Appliance
no,
repair people. Well, mine's installed. It should be good. I should have just paid the $50 to have them come in. Actually, it was like $250 was the removal, but my God, it was fine. I had a dishwasher there, so it was easy enough to.
An oven with a built-in air fryer is a thing.
Oh, so now we're back to putting up comments right on the.
We've done that every
podcast.
week. That's not a new thing. We've done that every week. Good try. I'm the producer now.
This is true.
Bring something.
Yeah, he is.
I had a good week last week. I'm cooking with propane.
Yeah, I mean that's still just a small amount of people in New Hampshire. Anyway, that's like a that have a gas stove.
Yeah, I feel like they're any remodels will put them in.
Right, but you're either talking propane or natural gas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
not
that's
a lot of natural gas.
Right, there's not a lot of natural gas at all.
I was talking to my buddy in Chicago. He's from the Southeast. He's from Atlanta, and I was telling him how we finally turned the heat on yesterday. We finally turned the heat on yesterday. It was 58 in here pretty much all day, and we're like, yeah, it's time. Mm-hmm. So I wrote down 7/8 of a tank, the date, because we keep our house cold. We're just trying to see. And I was telling him about the oil. He's like, what do you mean oil? I'm like, oh, You're the one that you deal with propane or natural gas because you live in communities that weren't built back in the fucking 50s.
Of the
Awesome.
1800s.
This house is a 1956 house. So like, it's got the boiler in the basement.
Mhm.
We don't have a fucking chimney that works. So we can't even build a goddamn fire. So that's why there's whiskey, weed, and women.
And here
I
we
mean,
are.
my house was born. My house was born.
It was birth. I've
Jeez,
seen the
speaking
houses
of
around
weed.
it.
Speaking of weed, my house was built in the 80s, which is when I was born. But we still have oil as well.
Yeah.
But it's like our neighborhood's a weird mix of oil and propane.
Yeah, I'm
How
oil.
would I rather have?
Late 80s oil in the
It
basement.
depends on the year, really.
Yeah, that's fair.
Some, you know what I mean? Sometimes propane's more expensive than oil. Sometimes oil is more expensive than propane.
You know what?
It's all just it's a sham.
Since
just out together.
Sleepy Biden took over for the coup, oil's gotten a lot more expensive. What? That I rolled there? I shot darts at both of them.
Oh no, I was legitimately just drinking water.
Oh, I thought
stopped
D
and then
gave
drank
me the
water.
eye roll.
I didn't eye roll
good.
any.
Oh,
No. We haven't even. Do we have an actual president? Like,
No,
what's going
no.
on here?
It's funny, like you think back at it, right? When
Not
it was
funny.
George Bush had Romney, right? No, not Romney.
Mitt Romney was not.
Romney. No, but fucking what's his name?
I don't
You know,
know.
his
Cheney?
vice president, Dick Cheney.
Cheney.
Jesus
Cheney?
Christ, long time to
Jesus,
get there.
Enron?
But Cheney was always controlling Bush. At least we had somebody fucking as a
tier.
puppet
Yeah.
master on the president. Here it's just like, Grandpa, you need something? Like, fuck. And then the last one was just when you're drunk on Twitter, it's just like, here we go.
That was so awesome, though. We need something like that.
Oh, God. Welcome to the political
Shut
talk
up.
of the show.
But now we just have fucking people freezing.
Yeah.
Literally worse than our show sometimes.
Okay, that's a shot at me. I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what is going on in our country?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can't
but
even use fucking gas stoves anymore.
That's from that law was 2021 that you're just hearing about it.
Oh, yeah. Like I was told this
Hey,
last night playing a little COD.
September
And,
27th,
this is-
2021.
Yeah,
It's over
this
2
is-
years old.
This is how news works in our. Jaro's gonna go on Facebook and be like, "Fuck these people! Who do they think they are taking away our fucking gas stoves?" And they're like, "This happened a long time ago." Like no one, like people are still installing gas stoves because we just don't give a fuck.
No one, it doesn't matter. Just
Yeah.
don't leave the gas stove on, and you'll be fine.
That's fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bring It. Oh, baby, I'm telling you, we got a lot. We're gonna have some long episodes coming up. John Hickey is going to love like the next month of episodes. We've already had 2 long ones recently. We're gonna have 2 more. We got a lot going on over the next probably till I go to Germany. So, but anyway, D Money, what's happening, baby? What you drinking?
Are you going to Germany for the 360 cup or whatever it is?
I'm gonna live, bro. I
Did they
can't. That's the
hear you?
association.
Yeah, did they hear you on the major tournament?
They're gonna fly me on out to Rottenburg.
Tonight I have a Burlington Beer Company Martian Dawn. Now this is it's a double India Pale Ale brewed with New Zealand grown Pacific Sunrise hops.
Oh, hello.
Not
Yeah.
a dipper.
Yes, lovely.
It's nice. It is nice. I went down to Bert's. I also got the on deck. I finally found they put this in a different section as their other beers, but I got the RAR.
Is that the Nanacook
the
nectar?
Nanticook nectar? Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't find that forever because it was in a different cooler than all the other RAR.
Yeah.
I just was there
was
yesterday.
like-
It was right under it.
No, this one I
Right
couldn't
under
find for. So they had like the.
That's in a 12
pack of
pack.
this is the 12 pack.
Yeah.
They had the 6-pack of like the light beer.
Okay, maybe I just assumed.
Yeah, this is the IPA, and it's nearby. It's like 2 coolers down on the bottom, but it's nice for an IPA.
It is a fucking like that is an IPA that I will grab a 12-pack of and drink that shit all. It's one of my favorite beers.
And it's
like
tough because
drinking.
it's a 7.4.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's very it's very drinkable, but it goes it hits.
It sure does. It's good old Maryland. That's like that beer was a lot of places I used to drink. I think that was the IPA I was drinking from them. So, but anyway, Gogo, what juice box we crushing tonight, baby?
No, sir. No, sir. That's Tuesday night thing.
Oh,
I have a beer. It's Wednesday. It's a special Wednesday edition. So I have an Abstract Machine from Spyglass. It's a triple dry hopped IPA.
he just had a one up, UD.
No. It's still a single IPA. It's just triple dry hopped. So
to Dihippa.
Very, very smooth. Very nice right there.
Special night tonight. Drinking. Yeah. You must be celebrating my dog's 10th birthday.
Dabe.
Yeah, we got him a little cup of it's not ice cream, but beer. It's like dog ice cream, but it's not ice cream.
I'm here to celebrate Dobby, and that's it.
Yep. We gave him a candle and everything. We sang him happy birthday. He's 10.
Love that.
Congrats.
An old man.
70.
Yeah, he's old, dude. He still barks like he's 6 months old.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Good for him.
J-Ro, what about you, buddy? What do you got?
Well, I didn't really want beer tonight, so I've had a day. I've had a last 48 hours. So I started off with an edible after lunch. I'm like, I just need it, and just had a lovely, actually from Maine. It's from Maine as well. It is. Let's see here. I believe the company is Novell Beverages. It's the Buzzy. It's a ginger ale with THC.
Ooh, so those Buzzies I've had. I think I had the
25 milligram one.
I don't know because I got it in mass. It was a 5.
Oh,
but yeah, the 25
orange?
milligram. No, it was I think it was the root beer.
Ooh, how was it?
Which was really, really nice. Yeah, those drinks are fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And in Maine, they with the edibles, they make them with it's like water infused or something like that. So it's like some of their actual like edibles that you eat, not the drinks, will start in 15 to 20 minutes as opposed to like an hour or so, which is very nice. They led me that way, which what a great experience. The whole dispensary thing is
the bud tender.
Not?
The maniacs are nice people.
Great. I'm just saying, like anywhere you go, you're like, it's like the best drug dealer you've ever had.
Well, they're not looking over their shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. Yeah, everything's good. We're talking. They're like, let me bring you this way. Like, what do you want to feel? What do you want to do? Yeah.
I want to forget my feelings.
I want to feel.
They're like, all right, we definitely know where that.
That's next door. That's the Xanax regular, and meth building.
Regular pharmacy, J-Ro, for you and I.
But yeah, it's such a great. What a great atmosphere those things are.
Yeah, and I can't wait to step inside one next weekend.
I was going to say, we have something coming up. We'll have to go.
Because I'm not going to mess around with the little 5 guys from Mass. I'm gonna take care of those 25ers. Because I'll tell you what, today would have been a 25 milligram day. But yeah, let's we'll dive into that quick. Some of you have probably seen it up while we're waiting for Alyssa. She had to close up shop, and she's going to be joining us here shortly. Alyssa Derrick, aka the Gazelle from Chaos, the women's AA champions. But next week, you've probably seen around Facebook in different areas, we are going to be up. Well, Lewiston is putting on I'm trying to figure out what the exact name of the tournament is.
It's called the Lewiston Strong Memorial Benefit Softball Tournament.
Beautiful. So we're going to be up there next weekend in Lewiston. We're going to be, I don't know, just kind of doing our thing. I think there's going to be some different things. We're not going to be live all day. We'll be live in different parts of the afternoon into the evening. I think this is going to be our first foray into being like DW or John King's with our camera and actually doing some editing work afterwards. So yeah, it's going to be a great day, and we're gonna try and raise a ton of money for all the family members who lost somebody in Lewiston.
Yeah, and just an amazing outpour from the community up there as well. I think they have 25 teams already in this
Yep.
tournament.
Damn.
Within 2
So
days, 25.
yeah. So I mean, it's going to be a great day for to raise some money for those people. We are going to have Derek Haskell on next week, and we're going to release the bracket as well.
Nice.
But the softball is really
Second.
to
Yeah.
what's really going on up there. So, our hearts go out to all the people who were affected in Lewiston, and we're hoping that it can just be just an awesome day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be a fun one. It's hopefully Mother Nature finally just plays ball with us for a little bit this year.
Wouldn't it be just absolutely perfect if this was one of the random days in November where it's like 60 degrees and sunny all day? Like that's, oof.
Two things. Either yes, I agree with that,
Mhm.
or we have like that beautiful little snow kind of going on.
I mean,
No.
that's where we started though. Guys, that was our first live show was in the snow.
I know.
Oh my God.
What
I
a
don't ever
wonderful
wanna do
place
that.
to get back. But no, this one, I'm so looking forward to this. Like my mom's lived up there for a while and she's like, yeah, I'm going to go if the weather's nice. And I was like, wait, I don't think you know what we bring to the table, but like, this is just something that, I mean, they posted something along the lines of 320 something players, 500 plus like,
Mhm.
I can't wait to just get there. And I'm so looking forward to helping out and doing whatever we can to help the people of Lewiston and the surrounding areas. It's unreal.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, there's going to be 50-50 raffle.
Mhm.
There's going to be raffles up there. There's going to be everything. So we'll figure out a way to make this. We'll talk to Derek and we'll figure out a way to make this, where to kind of send some money if you want to contribute or if you want to donate stuff to kind of get raffled off and, things like that. Just anything we can do to kind of raise some more money. I know we will be. Well, we'll talk to Derek, but there could potentially be something put in there from us that can help raise them some money. So we'll figure that out. But it's it's going to be a great one, and we're looking forward to it, and almost as much as we're looking forward to this right here. Hey, tell you what, I've never been blessed. Since I left hockey, I've never been around a Rookie of the Year this closely.
Stop that.
Alyssa Derrick, a.k.a. the Gazelle. What the hell is going on?
Nothing. I literally just ran out of work and zoomed my butt home so that we can have some fun with the boys tonight.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the show.
Thanks. I love being on the show. It's awesome. It's just awesome. And the fact that the show is blown up to not even local, all of my conference friends, my teammates, everyone hops on and they all shared it, and it just support is just crazy. It's awesome. So thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
I loved it again. I think it was Pam. Pam was crying in the picture and that U-Trip posted today. And I was just looking and I was just like, oh God, there's again, I put the cease and desist letter right next to the picture. I'm like, U-Trip loved us. And then they killed us all in the span of 24 hours. But no, it was fun. Y'all were fun this year. I know we all kind of started off being like, oh, we got a couple of local ladies heading out to play more conference. And then, that kind of really blew up from there where y'all had a hell of a year, get bumped mid-year. I felt like we all became family throughout the season and had a great time together.
Yeah, for real though. For real. When you ask me what last year, what do you think conference is going to be about? What do you think your first year in conference? I would never have told you anything that has happened throughout the year. It is crazy. I would never say that we would make Bring It podcast headbands and people would be trying to buy them in the street. They'd be like, "Can I have one?" No, you can't actually. But it's been
you
awesome.
you wouldn't have thought easy because for you it was easy.
No.
Oh, come on.
No,
Don't be bashful.
Even reflecting on it, I could have done so much better throughout the year. You get out of a tournament and you think you did good, but you're like, damn, I could have done this. I could have done that. My team could have used that. It was nothing was easy about this year. Let me say that, but it was fun. It's the most fun I've had.
Well, but I think you touched on it there. Say, thinking back and reflecting on conference, you played at a high level beforehand. You play, with the Connecticut Storm, playing in some great tournaments, playing high level ball. What was the major difference between making that jump from, the Storm, being a nationally, a top team, into conference and eventually winning Double A?
Yeah, big difference. It's more strategic, I would say. So like playing up here, you're swinging. Like I feel like I was just swinging to hit the ball as hard as I possibly could, no matter what. Down there, it's more like, okay, you have to go backside. Even if the pitch is inside, you got to go right side, or you got to get the ball in the outfield, or on 2 strikes, I'm automatically pinching that middle. Up north, I don't really have to pinch that middle on 2 strikes because not a lot of people are trying to hit that backside hole. And then also, there's a lot of people that play 5-man. And we used to do it a lot in Storm, but not too much. There was a lot of 4-man outfields, and it saves your outfielders' legs. But when you go up to that major level, you don't see a lot of 4-man. You see a lot of 5-man. So that was the difference of, okay, now I have to angle the ball up and try to get those right center field, left center field gaps. And then in that 4-man, you're like, okay, now I got to split middle the whole time. Like you can't go down the line. You can't do anything because you don't know if you're going to lift it or not. So it was a lot more, I would say a lot more strategic, if anything.
And I think that's kind of that makes a lot of sense, especially where you're saying, yeah, listen, you hit well around here to begin with, but you're like, I just go up and swing the bat. So, knowing that the at bats became more strategic, how long did it take you to make that adjustment?
A good amount. And then I got in my head a lot thinking, okay, I can go backside. And like I couldn't go backside because I would try to force it backside. So then I'd have to think, okay, just hit it hard on the ground, going left side, get out of that funk. Because my swing is left side. So when you have everyone shifting to that left side, you're thinking, all right, hit that 3-4 hole. But you're forcing it. You're in your mind mentally. You're swinging at pitches that you shouldn't really be swinging at. The pitcher knows, all right, my fielders are already shifting behind me. She's going to try to go that way. So I'm going to give her a pitch where she can't go that way.
So how much of that, when you're talking about that, like trying to fix things in the fly, you guys are from different parts of the country. So how were you able to work on that when you're not able to do that with your teammates? I mean, around here, we can kind of hit BP with our teammates, hit BP, a lot with them, but you're not going to be able to do that.
It's just trust. Like being able to trust that your teammates are going home and they're working just as hard as you are. And they have the same mentality. Like I only knew Tab going into this year, and Tab and I weren't close friends. Like we've played together, like we're friends, but we're not like, okay, like we're going to be right on top of each other and know exactly what we're doing off the field. And that was with every single person. Like we had trust in each other. And then after the inning or after the at bat, like I would talk to 5 different people and be like, okay, what are we doing wrong? And then sometimes I would shut myself out because that's me, and I would get really mad and not talk to anyone. But it's just about being able to trust your teammates and have that vibe. Like there was never a bad vibe with any of them. So then like even Pam, there was one time I was like, I want to go backside. And Pam was like, you can go backside and inside pitch. And I was like, you can. I was like, you can. You're like Miss America in hitting or any sport. I draft you first round in any sport. Me, no, I can't do that. But it's just about learning with your teammates and being able to trust them, I think.
You guys look like you just had a fun group, though, too. So, like that, that also, at least from outside looking in, and obviously now, like, I mean, I talked to Maddie a bunch, and, talking to you and Tab when I see y'all at the fields, and I got to meet Sasha.
Yep. Heard about that. I heard you didn't know who she was, though.
I had no idea.
No.
She had her hair up and everything. I'm like,
Not good.
Oh,
no, this is a bad look.
It's not
Donald.
not a great start to.
Why do you think I still have the ring?
Relationship.
Jen, I was talking to Jen Naparetta, and she was like, yeah, J-Ro was hanging out in the DeMarini booth, and like we were all there, and he like introduced himself to Sasha, and I like didn't know that I had to introduce them, and I was like, mind blown. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "He was that starstruck."
He was playing the long con. It was just a
Yeah.
joke. He didn't want to seem too forthcoming. That's all. He knew.
I'm 45. I'm 42. I've been married for 7 years. I've been in a relationship for longer. I don't remember how that game works. And she didn't have her hair in her braids or anything I saw her with all year. It was just up in a bun. And I just thought she was somebody else coming to the booth.
She wasn't wearing her number?
No.
That's not fair.
Come on. Couldn't wear a chaos jersey,
my.
but no, but y'all had like a real, it seemed like from the outside, you know, it's been confirmed too, but like y'all had a great group. Like, so that also helps when you're making that adjustment from figuring out how to play the game at the conference level, especially when you guys were, I don't have it in front of me, but you had a good record against the major teams.
I was gonna say this too. I mean, there was a lot of success right from the get-go. So that kind of boosts the confidence in everybody there to do, I can go and do this. I can try this at this point. You know what I mean? Because everybody's kind of already picking everybody up.
Agreed. I feel like it didn't matter what game it was or who we were playing. Like, I always thought we were going to win. Like, there was no doubt on my mind that we could win, even when we were down like 14-0. I remember we came back against a major team, 14-0, came back, ended up winning or lost by 1 or something. And once we saw people that were ranked A, and that's kind of bad to say, but once we saw people that were ranked A or AA, we were like, okay, it's either us versus ourselves or it's in the bag. That's it. Even against the major teams, like, we knew who was going to be good competition and who we should beat because we are that good of a team and we have that heart to win every single time. And that's awesome, being able to step on the field and have no doubt that we could win every single game as an A team in the beginning of the year and then as a AA team at the end of the year in the middle. So
I think that's the mentality that anyone playing this game needs to learn how to have. And I think that's one of the biggest steps in going from local and at the men's level, the D and the C level, going up to, you know, the B and eventually the conference, is like, the moment that you say we're out of this game, the game's over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what I've seen. So yeah, that mentality of, you know, we can win this at any point. I think that's so huge.
You see it, you can see, you can feel it. Like, I'm sure, you know, we've all played on those games where you step on the field and you look over and they're like, they want fucking nothing to do with us today. And you know the game's over before it starts. And you know, looking at your records, I mean, Chaos 15-23 in major, 18-1 in Conference A. You know, like, you had one loss outside of a major team this year.
That's insane. I think we brought that up last week in our group chat, which is just crazy to us.
What? I didn't even know. 25, 28-1 outside of majors, 15-23 against majors. I guess Clay was right, but mid-year bumping you.
Like, maybe when you're going into it, you're like, if it's a team that's not higher than AA, we're not worried about it. Maybe that was the right call.
Yeah, I mean, he bumped us, and then he kind of gave us that bad juju because we didn't place in the next 2 tournaments. So we were like, dude, like, why did you bump us? Like, yeah, we finished the first 4 and we placed in the first 4, but you jinxed us, and now we have the next 2, and what the heck? And then we wanted to win 2 worlds. We were like, all right, we got A worlds in the bag, let's go. And then we wanted that AA. So, I mean, thank goodness in the end we went and we stuck to that, ranked number 1 and won that AA ring, because not a lot of people have done that in the past, have been ranked number 1 and continue to win that ring.
I think that's a hard spot to be in any sport. You don't see. I mean, a couple sports you see it, maybe NBA, but
you have a target on your back,
yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Every team is going to give you their best game. So, I mean, it's almost harder to go in as a team that's ranked number 1 than it is a team that hasn't played a single game all year.
Mm-hmm.
How did you like playing so many duels in the beginning of the year?
Oh, kick my butt.
Listen to Alyssa.
Kick
my butt. Have you been working with kids all day? Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was in my head. I almost said it, and I was like, oh, wait, I'm not around the kids. But yeah, no, it was fun because I feel like at the beginning of the year, all we were doing was softball. Like, I was leaving on a Wednesday, coming back on a Sunday, late night or a Monday, and then we would do the same exact thing like every other week. So we were really, really close. And then when we stopped having duels, it was kind of sad. Like, as much as I was like, oh, okay, like my body can recover. I can like go home early and like not feel like shit the next 2-3 days. Great. But also, like, I miss my people. I miss being on the field and just competing every time.
Do you think that helped you kind of acclimate yourself to conference, playing all those games right at the front of the season and then, having normal, just regular tournaments after that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like all the jitters were out at first. You get to know everyone, see everyone. You're just playing because no one knows anything. You're ranked by last year's. So you're getting pulled into each bracket by last year's finishes and last year's points for the first 2 duels. So it was like, you didn't really know what you had. I didn't really know what to expect. And we were just consistently playing. And I know we had 2.5 months off and it was really hard for me to go out and like get any live play. Like, I can't play around here. You can only do like a league if you can. So I played Johnston League to play 1 day a week. And then we ended up playing Woonsocket 1 day a week, but you're not getting as many pitches. And honestly, like, everyone's walking me. So you get there and you get 2 walks, you're seeing pitches, which is great to be selective, but then you're trying to go backside. You're not getting anything to work on. So that off time really helped, but my batting average definitely went down from not playing consistently from the beginning of the year.
Thought I might have seen the walks at the end of the with the stats be a little higher then if you were getting walked every night.
Yeah, OBP goes up.
I know, but you only had 19 walks in conference this year.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
She was bored. She was walking every league night.
She's getting up.
Yeah,
and
she's
down.
not there to walk.
She didn't show up to walk.
Is it in the women's game? Is it daddy hacks or mommy hacks?
Daddy hacks.
Yeah.
Daddy
Hey,
hacks.
I'm just trying to make sure.
I feel like a girl's hack is more impressive than a guy's.
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
So like if
I'm with
if
J-Ro.
a girl hits a home run, it's a daddy hack. But if a guy hits a home run, we should start calling it a mommy hack. Now that you brought that up.
Because guys,
Like, this is a whole
guys that
episode
hit
we can
home
figure
runs.
this one out.
Oh, look at that!
know what
Look
I
at
mean?
that little mommy hack he just swung with.
I'll take my 7 mommy hacks every league year. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. Actually, I don't hate that play. Why
I
not?
kind of like that one.
I tell you what, next year, maybe if I'm down at Challenge Cup and I'm doing, I don't know, maybe we have KP hitting a ball over the batter's eye again. I'll say, oh, look at that mommy hack right there by KP. You know what,
Yeah.
Alyssa, we're bringing it in.
Let's go. Let's
know if
go.
that's-
Mommy hacks.
Alyssa, you might have like 3 inches on me. I don't know if this is fair. They're your height. I'm not. Like, can I still take daddy hacks and barely hit it out, please?
No, mommy hacks.
All right.
Mommy hacks.
Shit. I can't hit it out as a mommy or a daddy. This is the fucking worst.
We'll put you on second base, you and Bones, and you'll be all right. You'll figure it
Let's go.
out. So it was a hell of a run. It was a lot of fun watching you guys. I mean, and then DeMarini. You signed that with deal with DeMarini. When did that happen? And how did that all come to point?
Let's see. That happened, I think, after the second duel. I talked to Mike Cornell, one of the best people I've ever met in this game. Just the most kind soul. He'll do anything for anybody, even if you're not DeMarini. He actually saved me in the first game of Worlds. I got so sick from the heat. After the game, I scored and I was about to pass out. Thank God we run ruled the team, but he brought me up and he gave me a water, cookies, and chips. It was great. Thank you, Mike.
That suite was stocked well.
Wasn't it?
Yes.
Those cookies went in like 2 days and then they got more. And I was like, why did you get more?
People do pickles or mustard, and you're like, I'll take a Lay's potato chip, please. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like,
they were like, here, just take all this. Here's salt, here's sugar, here's water, here's what's it called? Jay from Red Athlete. He went down the road to a gas station and got me electrolytes to put in my water. And I was like, thank you so much. Because
What are you doing? What are you doing showing up in Florida from the Northeast with no electrolytes on you?
Oh, I did in my bag, but he just was going to the store anyways. I had some in my bag. I just wasn't well enough to get up. I was napping on
Oh,
the floor.
you're already up top.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
already up there.
Jesus.
shit.
I was on the
Soft.
ground, like gone.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I met him and he talked to Sasha and I, and it was just great vibes. I've honestly been swinging DeMarini my whole life. So I changed my bat in college because our college got a Mizuno deal. And my coach still let me swing DeMarini because I said I'm not swinging fucking anything else. So they told me about it. I signed my contract, and we just renegotiated it. So I'll be back with DeMarini next year.
Oh, congrats! That's awesome.
Congratulations.
So yeah, that's what happened. And I love it. That red bat is a good thing, man.
It is. I was talking to Mike and Jen up in the suite, and I go, guys, I just want to tell you something. There were men back in this area doing that bat deal when, you know, they did the big bat sale DeMarini did with the red bat in a bag. I go, there is guys up in the Northeast buying the red bat, getting that deal so they could be like Alyssa. They started laughing. They're like, seriously? I'm like, yeah, I know two of them specifically. They got a pretty good chuckle out of it. But
that's awesome.
Look at you. You win a home run, and you win the home run derby at Le Pif, which you'll never be back for now.
No, I know. Next year I'll go and coach. I'll have fun. Like, I feel like that was an awesome experience. I'll go support Tyler. Like, it was just a great experience all around. I wish I could go back and play, but I also said I should just retire after this year. It's not getting any better after the things I've done this year. I should just call it quits, man.
Why don't you just join one of the men's teams as the major player for them?
You got a bat deal, home run derby champ, rookie of the year.
Win a men's Le Pif.
Where's
champ,
what do you have? Do you have a rock on that hand too now? Did you get proposed to last night? Like, my goodness, what else is going your way? No, but that's great. That's great that you're going to be back with them as well. It's exciting, and that's the fun part, seeing players, especially on the women's side, now starting to get this recognition. You know, we're starting to see more women out of this area come through. You know, Tab, so what? Now, you know, with the Storm, you're moving up into, well, we'll get into that portion later. Moving up in conference, you know, you have Beloli B winning GSLA. You now have a solid women's B division. Now you have the Sharks joining the women's B division. Women's softball in Northeast is doing pretty well, and it's growing.
Mm-hmm. I think women's softball all around is growing. You hear more sponsors wanting to come into the women's game from the men's game. You just hear a lot of stuff, and it just keeps growing and growing, which is great. And we had a lot of people come just to watch women's softball. And I remember one person, forget where it was, but Tab was pitching, and this guy was like obsessed. He called his friends, and then him and his friends came the next day, and they're like, mind you, like 50s, 60s. And they were like, dude, you got to watch this girl pitch. I've never seen it happen. And it was the game that Tab was so comfortable and just had everyone in the bag. Like, she was pump faking through the legs, behind the back. Like, she was in her element. And I loved every second of that because I've never seen a girl or even a guy really pitch like Tab and really get in your head. And she deserves every piece of recognition she got over the year and that day because she is just nasty. Like, who can go up there, pump fake you 3 times, throw it behind your back, and it still be a fucking strike and the umpire not call it a strike? Because that's happened, but
yeah,
done it a little bit.
Yeah. I think the one time the first time I saw her pitch was Dustin. You remember that we had at the Legion, there was like a co-ed tournament, and someone's like, "That's Tab," and I was like, "I've heard the name," and she's just like pump fake, and I was like, I think I'm all set if we play them. I don't really need to deal with that. Like, I'm already gonna look bad enough as it is. So
you hear from plenty of guys around here that Tab's just one of the best pitchers in the area. She's not the best women's pitcher. She's one of the best pitchers in the area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Even hitting, her average this year was like,
yeah.
Like, at the end of the year, I called her Miss 1000. She was like, thanks for jinxing me. I was like, bitch, I have not. You're hitting 1,000. Don't you worry. And if you miss, you're still going to hit 1,000.
Bitch.
I love her. I love Tab.
Tab finished 5th on your team in OBA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, and she only had 29 games, you know, 82 at bats, and finished 5th in the on the team in OBA. Like, or plate appearances. That's awesome. Like, you know, when you're getting that, I mean, Tab was, and then she came up clutch at the end of the year too with a bunch of swings. Yeah. Oh, that's right. In the A's or double A's.
2 walk-offs.
I
Big
think we
She's
cap
her.
it off with the
She's
double
her.
A.
She's her, right?
Oh yeah, she's her.
She's her.
She's her. She's a
Okay.
legend. Legends never die.
Legends never die. So here's something I've been having. I had a lot of these conversations down in when I was down in Vieira for the majors, and really is I talked with Rip, was talking with Jen as well. Just what does it take to continue this growth on the women's game? Like what's it going to? How do you promote it? How do you get it to continue to grow to get to where we see larger tournaments at Worlds, in different classes? How do we get there?
Exposure. So one, you guys, which is awesome. And then also confidence. Like other people just need to have that confidence to go and step up, because I feel like a lot of teams can compete at that level. Like Bololi went and they played double A and they competed in the double A level. And it's just having that confidence and wanting to move up. Because a lot of people, like, I don't know, a lot of people, like, we were complaining about moving up to double A. And I wasn't complaining that much because I was like, I don't really know the difference at that point. But a lot of people don't want to be re-ranked and move up because then you can't play down in co-ed and you can't play down in other leagues. But it's wanting to play at that level and knowing that you have a chance of winning. I think that's what's going to really grow that upside of that game, that conference play.
It doesn't matter. We've been talking about playing up for pretty much the inception of the show, haven't we?
Yeah, more or less.
We
all like it.
Yeah, I think that's always the thing. And when you get these opportunities to play up, when you get these opportunities to play conference, Bololi women not caring about playing the double A, they actually said that's the reason why they won the GSLA. They went and played double A and just go, and they didn't give a shit anymore. They just went and played ball. The exposure piece is interesting. I think there was some good exposure until 2 weeks ago, right, D?
Yeah. I mean, you were exposing everything.
Is this the
You were exposing it all.
nipples out?
Yeah.
See how I kind of lead you down a path?
Yeah, you try.
I try.
The
always
edible
do.
hasn't kicked in enough yet, and I don't have enough booze in me, so it's not like
Yeah.
Yet.
So I
Yet.
would say as far as like local with the women's though, it is tough to get women to play up in the sense that co-ed, like you had mentioned, Alyssa, co-ed is actually like a lot of what the women play around here.
Mm-hmm.
And there are really good women on the co-ed side that don't play women's.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like you have to make that choice of like, do I want to try and do try to go the women's conference route if you get the chance, or play co-ed. It's tough because there's no real. And I was even looking at the co-ed tournament that's coming up, the Worlds that's coming up this weekend. There's like 16 teams in the C, and there's 6 from Massachusetts. That's insane.
Yeah,
That's crazy. There's probably more than half, definitely more than half of the teams are from the Northeast.
Yeah, and we were supposed to go. I was supposed to go with Yeti, and we're not going anymore. So that would have been 7 from up north right there.
Well, so it's like C, but then the co-ed jumps to major.
Oh yeah, because it's major. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we definitely have in the Northeast. We definitely have the women to go onto that major stage.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have the guys to do it.
Yeah, we were just talking about that too, because next year, Jaeger Bombers, we want to make it like an actual team. So we want to go, and we're like, well, now we have to play major because of my level. So we have to automatically go major, and now I can't play Firecracker.
oh.
We know a guy. We'll try to talk. I mean,
I was already thinking maybe we'll be like, hey, like, what's up? But rules are rules. So if I have to coach, I have to coach, and I'll support my team in every way, and I'll only play Worlds later on. But local tournaments, I'm not allowed to play. Tab's not really allowed to play unless it's open, which kind of stinks because all the women's tournaments are all U-Trip. So it's all like your local team that has to play women's. So yeah, to your point, kind of sucks.
Is there a way to work around that? Like,
Hey, you can have a money
GSL?
tournament.
Yeah.
No, you just have an unsanctioned money tournament. Boom.
If it's open or like Hubbard money or charity, we can play. But once you do like an A or below, or like even like some leagues will have like C league, B league, A league, can't play in those leagues anymore. Only can be open or recreational, I think. But even then, I don't even think I'm allowed to play. I don't know.
So when I first started playing league, they would not allow B men to play in league. If you were B and above,
Yeah.
you could not play.
Yeah, that was a big
In
thing in
any
Merrimack.
Yeah, which is like it's kind of crazy, right? It's not like no one's really going to get. I don't think anyone's really going to get hurt from one.
No,
person.
I agree. I mean, there was a couple times in league this year that like people tried to kick me out and said it was unfair for me to play in a women's league, and I'm like, I'm literally there just to get swings in and get my practice in. Like, I'm not trying to kill the ball or hit a home run every time or try to hit it down someone's throat. Like, I'm really trying to work on the things that I need to work on, like taking a ball, backing off the plate, going backside, driving in a hole. Like, it's all those little things. But then you do get people that show up to league and they have no equipment on and they're pitching. And you kind of get nervous because then I'm like, oh, well, now I can't go backside because if I miss, I might go up the middle. I know that personally. If I miss going backside, I go up the middle. So now you're trying to pull it left side, and you have people in the infield that are playing the outfield. And I'm like, okay, well.
And you get a bad habit.
Yes, every time. But you just want to continue to play, which sucks. But it is fun. Like, you have your team that backs you up, and they're like, just let her play. And I feel like sometimes it's because you're on the team. And, like, I know what happens to some guys, too, in some leagues or other girls in other leagues. So it's just having fun. I don't know.
It is tough. Like, it is like y'all make it to a really high level, and there's other people that maybe could get that same shot. But it's like, you imagine if we cut guys off at B. Hey, you can't play in this league. It's you're a B player. It's like, who fucking cares? You know, like, if you could get one of the major guys playing in your league, cool. That'd be awesome.
Right. Maybe someone can learn from that person.
Right.
Wait, what? Why would you want that? Now you're not going to be the biggest.
He's too
swinging
good.
dick.
I mean, you look at Merrimack with Joey V. Like they let Joey V come in, and a lot of people got better because he was in that league.
We used to go
You know what I
every game day for BP. People started showing up at 4:00. That's 2.5 hours before games, and we would go this bucket. All right, let's play a game, and we won worlds that year.
That's true. Yeah.
Like the good players are going to bring up the players that want to be good.
Yeah. You think about, like, I always go back to golf because I think golf is such a great sport to show off everything. You play with a high player, like a really good player, your game gets better. It's what happened to my game when I was in hockey. I go out and play with my father-in-law. Well, I know I'm just here to fuck around, so I'm just going to kind of fuck around with him, smoke some cigars, drink some beers. Like, you don't get better. Being around the better players is where you get better, and you should want to be around them. Like, I mean, D, when you and I can take BP or Chucky Rohrback, hell, you know, it doesn't matter who it is. It's just people I've hit with that are at higher levels, learning from them and seeing how you can do it. So, what do you do for BP?
So I have this little thing that Jess Lacey gave me. It's like a little piece of paper, and I put cones out in the field, and then I try to hit through those cones, and then I put my tee where she showed me to put it, and then I try to maneuver those into those little slots. I would be more specific, but then I'd be giving away some good secrets.
It's trademarked.
Sounds like I have the same.
Trademark.
Put it in the private chat over here on the
Yeah.
side. Just do that for us, and we'll make it work.
Teamwork is excellent. Teamwork is the best.
It really is, because then you get to control it, and then you see it, and then it really helped me noticing that, like, before this year, I was hitting the ball way too back in the box, and that's why I would ground out a lot, and I was going weak right side instead of hitting it out. And she showed me that my point of contact is actually way in front of everyone else's point of contact.
Which
So
makes
that's
perfect sense.
Shocking.
yeah.
You're 6'7".
Exactly. But like, it never made sense to me. Like, I feel normal height around everyone.
Only 6'3". Let her
I'm used
be.
to the normal. I'm used to the height difference. So I'm like, oh no, we just swing the same, whatever. And then she was like, no, bitch, like, your tee needs to be a box, 2 box, 3 boxes in front of the plate, and that's where you need to hit it. And it's humbling every time, because I feel like every time you start on the tee, you're really, really good, and then you move it, and then you keep moving it out, and you're like, oh my gosh, like that's where I got to hit the pitch. And then having like Tyler, he would throw me BP a lot. We would go hit with Zach George and Kate, even Yank. They would go to the cages when I was working at Hops, and we would just consistently hit, and just get pitches, even if they were bad or not, knowing which ones we like, which ones we don't. So like, if you pitch me a flat strike or a flat ball, I'm probably going to swing on it because that's my pitch. But if it's way behind me, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with that. So it was good knowing that recognition.
You mentioned point of contact, and I think anyone who's listening to this can take that and go for it. And I try to tell any young player, like, use the tee, see where you're hitting the ball when it's pitched to you, like where it is compared to where your stance is in the box. Like if you want to learn how to hit backside, you need to learn where to actually hit that ball. And that's actually like a lot further back than what you actually think it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think point of contact, as opposed to like whether the pitch is inside or outside, makes way more. It means way more than if it's inside, outside, because you can push an inside pitch, you can pull an outside pitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's just where you're hitting it, where that point of contact is.
Completely agree.
I think that's one of the things you see of players that have played baseball or softball, like in high school and college. That's the difference, is they can go right side no matter where the ball is, where the people that are just strong and getting into the sport, they're trying to pull everything, Dustin. So I think that's one of the things that we see is like, let the ball come to you. It's got to be deep if you want to go backside. When you want to pull it, you want to get out in front of it. And that's for sure one of the things that we see.
That's the beauty of the tee. You put that bitch wherever you want. You want to work on that inside pitch and go right side and go backside. Put it right where you want it and let those hands go. I spent a whole summer or a whole winter just load and get in my stride, and my hands would still be here, and then it would just be a flick backside, and I started incorporating into a swing, and backside's my bitch.
I don't know about you guys, but my tee has never thrown a ball either. My tee always throws strikes.
Sometimes he'll throw a
the
ball.
Best BP pitcher.
J-Rose tee has never thrown me a ball either, so it's perfect.
Hey, so the 2023 year's over. There was the rumors show today on the Hit and Sit podcast. I was in the bullpen waiting for the call. I don't know the majors guys as well yet, so I'll be on next Hit and Sit show. The rumor show start. The rumor mill's been burning. What's going on with you for next year, for 2024? Do you want to disclose, or maybe not yet?
Oh, goodness.
I'll do it for you, but
no pressure, but do it.
Do
Do you have plans solidified for next year?
I do.
Okay.
I do have plans next year. I am locked in next year.
We won't make you say it.
Unless you want to.
But it's okay if you want
to. But no,
to.
that's great.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the 2023 USSSA Women's Conference Rookie of the Year is not staying in AA. Yeah. Just look, I'm a pretty good sleuth.
Yeah.
I won't go all the way,
Congratulations.
but that's awesome. No, but you're going to be playing majors next year. Like, congratulations. That is fucking awesome.
Yeah, you earned the fuck out of that.
Let's go.
Yeah, it was
The Gazelle goes major.
1 year in conference and boom,
Madagascar
right to the
too.
top.
Just follow the Gazelle.
I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very lucky to be where I am, and to have the people around me and all the support that I've had around me and continue to have around me. I will say it's not far from Chaos Fan. It is my great, well-known sponsors. I will be playing with SNI next year. And I am very, very excited for that. Jen and Scott and Rip and Amanda are all great A people. Like, they care. They truly, truly care about you. And it's a hard decision. Like, it is really heartbreaking because, like, Chaos is my family. Those are my girls. Freddie and Billy are like my two dads. Like, and I know that they'll never like root against me and never be by my side ever. And fucking love them for that. Like, I can't thank them anymore. Those are my sisters. That's my family forever. So
That is
that's out
awesome.
of that now.
Congratulations. That is,
Thank you.
I heard it from a couple people. Not you not being one of them. But
He's mad about that. He's been
it
talking about
was
it all day.
when I heard, I mean, I know I messaged you pretty quickly after I found out, but I was so excited for you. I mean, that's going to play major. Like, are you shitting me? You're from where our little podcast has started. You're going to fucking play major ball. You got yourself T Marini. Like, what a fucking, like, I'm just pumped for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's awesome. I mean, if you ask me about it though, I played major last year, man. I played major last year. We're all major players. Like, that team, we're major. Like, it's not going to be different, I feel.
You guys, I mean,
Let's
you
not
guys
let
finished
U-Trip know
higher.
that. We don't want U-Trip to bump you, but again.
Well, so what'd you do? What'd I say?
He's a
19
major
and
plus.
23 in major?
I think so.
Yeah, you had a better winning percentage than probably you would have finished fourth in majors this year. Chaos.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Pretty good. We're getting some shs in the comments. So.
Well, I know we've been here for a while, and Alyssa, appreciate you jumping on here. You wanted to pump the shit out of your tires. Like, rookie of the year, winning the AA Worlds, going to play major next year, like, continued success with the D Marini, LePiff home run derby champion. What else can we fit on this year's resume?
What a year.
That's wild.
I need to retire, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'll throw you a party. I'm ready for it. I'm a big party.
Ben and Rip, I'm retiring.
All right, no take backs.
All right, fine. I'll set something up for Friday at the Coast Guard House in Narragansett.
Yeah. But I guess we might be seeing you next year.
I would love that. Jen and I had a great conversation.
Jero did not share this information with
Yeah,
us.
this is new.
No, so
everybody
She's
did.
just putting you on the spot now.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you up here?
hey, listen, this year was so much fun being able to broadcast the games until, an association said we couldn't anymore. But, there was some conversations and asked if I could travel for women's conference. I don't know if there's, things in the work or not. I'm just a ugly face on a nice mic, but if I had the chance to kind of travel and give you guys that exposure and bring some fun, not fun. I mean, well, screw it. You guys heard me on the promo videos from U-Trip World Series. Some of that fun to the women's game, it would be amazing. I would love to. I would love to be a part of that and just continue to help that growth.
For sure.
And we'll have a couple beers along the way.
That'd be so much fun.
Just a handful of beers.
The thing is, like, I was talking to Amber down at Worlds this past week, Amber Boyer. The guys are seeing her picture and they're like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, the pictures I'm getting from her are just, And
There's a picture I saw in particular. Not sure where you're going with this. Of someone on your team.
Bonesy?
No, we'll talk.
We'll get there. So, but Amber, Julian's hung. But Amber was, I don't remember where this was going now. Shit.
I'm sorry. This is what I do. I screw it. I just
Usually
I
it's
was
me
like,
that
Jero,
fucks it
go
up.
over there.
I learned to Mike.
Amber was like, how the hell did you stay clean for the whole weekend? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, if U-Trip could put me behind, like, either we'll take written permission for it to start, or put me behind like my own little like studio screen here. It's like follow PG-13R and I can say whatever the fuck I want. It would be perfect.
That'd be awesome. If you have like a 18 and above like closer, you get a sign on the bottom like, yes, I agree to all of this.
Check
There
this
you go,
box.
and then it's just J-Ro in his fur coat.
Yeah, I forgot to put it on. It's
No,
It's right over there.
Alyssa. Here's the worst part. She's like, I'm gonna leave as soon as he puts it on. We're stuck with it.
I brought my wrestling singlet to Florida. I didn't break that out. I just broke out the Speedo. Whenever I go to Worlds, I wear a Speedo. It's not pretty.
Love
It's
that. Love
not.
that.
It's a move.
Not pretty.
It's a big
It is
man in a.
move. Yeah.
It's like when you're throwing up and all you've got is one of those little barf bags and it just kind of explodes out.
That's not what
Yeah.
yours does with that bag. That's actually a really bad example because it's that would be way bigger.
But yeah, we'll see. Well, hopefully some good things happen this winter. Some great things have already happened this off season for you. The Jaeger bombs are taking their indoor show outdoor potentially. That's big news too. Do the Jaeger bombs know how to play outside as a team?
We just won turkey trot last weekend.
At the Hubbard?
No, in Warwick.
Oh, that's the coldest tournament of all
It was
time.
one pitch, but we got those rings. Got a second ring.
That's right. I saw that. Look at you.
Yeah,
Just the year of the ring for the Gazelle. Well, listen, it was a pleasure. Hopefully I'll see you over this winter sometime. If you need a BP partner, I'm okay at throwing pitches, but I'm always down to hit. Tab, that offer's still there. I'm going to start hitting you
I
up
was gonna say,
soon.
we can have a tab.
I've already offered my services there, and I've told her I'll come fully clothed.
He's
Let's
not
go.
good at throwing
Let's do
BP.
it.
Thanks for joining us.
Alyssa, thanks
I
so
love
much. We'll
the
talk soon.
disclaimer. The
Yeah,
fully
thank you guys
disclosure.
for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey. And you didn't have a drink. I thought you said you were going to have a beer.
No,
She's at
I didn't.
6.
I
She
ran
just
right
ignored it.
inside. I went
The rush.
upstairs. I set up my laptop. I had to kick kids out of the gym playing flag football. Like, I was all over the place.
It's
I worked
past
at
their
a Boys and Girls
bedtime
Club,
anyway.
too.
I
You
worked
just
in
tell
two
them to leave.
buildings.
Just
Today
go.
was a mess, but I'll probably go have a drink after this so I can make dinner at 9 p.m.
There it is.
Santi should have been making you dinner.
No, he's eating dinner. He eats dinner with his dad on Wednesdays.
Okay.
So
Alright.
he's
We'll
going to do
allow
that.
There's no,
Alright.
there's no negative to say about that. That just sounds nice.
No, he's good.
All right, Alyssa, go enjoy your dinner and a beer, and we'll catch up soon. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys later.
Absolutely. We'll see you.
Bye.
Conference Rookie of the Year, Alyssa Derrick.
What a come up story.
What a year for her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And now she's off to major. Like, that's insane. That is
She's off to dinner
insane.
first. Dinner first. then
Yeah,
major.
she's off to dinner. Well, she's got to make dinner.
I thought she was going out for a beer. I figured she just get
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I
she's
don't
just
know,
having an
it's-
Uncrustable.
What? But seriously though, like that's
awesome.
it's so cool to see someone from our area.
Mhm.
It's cool to see someone from our area or a team from our area go into the conference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Going up to like getting at like asked to play
Major?
major is just
Yeah.
that's pretty
Fucking
cool.
sick.
That's sick.
What I thought was really cool is that you could tell how proud she was, as she should be, of
Mhm.
making that move. But also, you could just tell by her response and really like looking at her, she didn't want to leave. Like she feels bad
No,
about that.
yeah.
Chaos
that's
is a wagon,
Right.
Coco.
And like, no,
That's the
I've
thing.
seen,
Like
I've seen
chaos
it.
is a wagon. Yeah,
But it's like, I thought that was great to see. That was the commitment that we talk about of
Mhm.
like being part of a team. And you know that it genuinely was painful for her
Yeah.
making the right choice to go up. But I think that's great. And that just shows, J-Ro, you've been on them for forever. And we hopped onto them. We followed them along. And it was so much fun to watch them this year. And that's like a culmination thing. They win the
Yeah.
big tournament. And then one of their best player, one of their best
One of
players
them,
is
yeah.
like, I'm going up to bigger and better, but I'm going to miss the fuck out of them. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's a team. That's a team.
And I got a chance to hang out with Freddie down at Worlds when I was down there. Got a chance to talk to him. I talked to him for a while. It was great to finally meet him. And, I met Billy real quick when I was on the mic one day. So, you see the two guys that are running the team and then, spend some time with Jen, and Rip and some of the other people that are involved in the, S&I, but also on the chaos side, like kind of like that whole family. And that's basically what it is. It's those two teams are kind of like a setup, which is a feeder system, a big family, which is nice. They took that picture together, I think at the World Series too. So it's exciting, man. It's just exciting shit.
It's great.
And I don't know. Can you imagine if Alyssa gets her own bat?
I mean, it's in
it
our.
could happen.
I know
Are
that'd be
we allowed to
sick.
talk about
It
it?
could happen. Yeah.
No, it'd be the Alyssa and Sasha special. Oh my god. we'd have to.
It's still wild that you didn't.
I love that you got
Sasha.
called
I didn't
out
know
for
her.
not knowing her.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was
because
her.
you told
That's
me
not
this
what
and I was
love
like-
is, bud.
I was like, what? it completely, yeah.
I was
It
very
floored me then, and it
saddened by
floors me
this.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely was very. I was disappointed. I didn't realize it. Also, Sasha, you could have just said, "Hey, I'm Sasha." I didn't realize that.
Oh, she has to make the first move.
I honestly had no idea, and
You
I was just
say,
kind of
"I
sitting
am
there.
Sasha. Yeah.
I think I had a call coming up, and I was just kind of talking with Jen. And here's a couple of cute kids. Here we are, just hanging out.
That was after the introduction.
Yes,
he has
this
no
is
idea.
after.
He's just like, who is this woman next to me?
I
in
like
this
it.
picture?
I feel like whenever I go nipples up on my pictures, I look like I'm halfway in shape.
Nipples up.
Yeah, for me. Because I look like I actually have like traps.
Yeah, you've been working out.
Yeah, I look like I hit the gym a little bit before. I just sucked it way in when Sasha came in. I was like, when I saw Sasha, I was like, oh shit, my blood pressure started rising.
You did
It was a lot. Yeah.
Didn't know it was her, but was like, I like her. I like her a
Hey,
lot. Whoever
how
that
are
is.
you?
He put on his J-Ro at the field voice. Hey guys, hey, good luck to everybody here. Here we go.
Oh, I went from mumbly fucking raspy J-Ro to hello, Sasha. Coming up now, we have Sasha coming to the plate.
Oh jeez.
You knew this was
Yeah,
coming.
there it is.
We are back.
Hey, Sasha.
Yeah, we've been talking about moving up to major, but maybe we should bring it on down.
That's
Bring it in.
all the way down.
Bring it in real tight, like we're having a mound visit.
Let's bring it
We're
all
trying
the
to
way
creep
down
in.
to the men's E division.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, come on!
Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna, like we say, we're having a pretty action-packed couple weeks here. We had Alyssa on, which conference rookie of the year, wanted to pump her up and really celebrate the success she had. Chaos, I was a little sad when they won because it was over, right? Like
Sure.
that was it. Like, and I loved
And it was
watching
on the
those ladies.
stadium feed, and we couldn't really tell what was happening.
Don't be
And 3
sad
days later,
because
we
it's
could never,
over.
or actually the next day, it was 12 hours later, we opened up that email.
U-Trip was like, we can't. Well,
Don't be sad.
The
because it's over, be
association.
happy because it
yes,
happened.
the association.
But yeah, let's head on
Rumor
over
has
to the E World Tournament real quick. So we're gonna do the E tonight. We're gonna do the D tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Jesus
But
Christ,
next week.
Tuesday night. So it's gonna be a couple longer episodes, but the E Worlds happened, and before we dive into what went on with our teams.
Mhm.
The Lagunatics had a shortstop wearing a pink skirt tutu dress
Yeah.
and swinging a corn dog. Got to
Yep.
tell you, I want to be friends with this fucking guy.
I've got to tell you, if you're going out there swinging a corn dog, you're probably playing the wrong division.
I was talking more of the dress.
Yeah, I mean, but that's also like, it's
You
the
should be
whole
playing E.
thing.
I get what
Or-
you're saying.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, maybe this is a young team. Obviously, they did very well all year. I think they were the 1 seed going in as well.
Yes, they were.
They only lost the first championship game. You thought maybe there's going to be a win game, another world tournament where,
The one game.
well, there was a win game, but also both teams in the championship were from the same state. I
Yep.
did want to go on to that feed and say, oh, when was the last time that happened? Did it ever happen in
15?
Probably last
16?
year.
But yeah, it was probably
wait, last year, Georgia.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in 2016, not really what you hear about too often in the E. 2 New Hampshire teams
Mhm.
made it to the
It's different.
championship, which was also weird. But I don't know.
I'm
I've
with
seen
you on
guys-
the corn dog. I'm with you on the corn dog.
Yeah, I've seen guys.
You shouldn't be playing E.
Yeah, I've seen guys swing the corn dog when home runs are out.
He did it nonstop. Right?
I think if it's just what you're swinging, you're playing down
Mhm.
pretty obviously,
Sure.
and
There-
it's just kind of like, I get
Yep.
if you're having fun, cool, but at the same time, it's like, yeah. After we won E, a lot of people said like that's not what E is for. And
I think they said it
I
before
agree.
too. I don't
We
disagree.
were 3-0 against C teams. I mean,
That was a C team's missing
Whoops.
like a starter. Okay. But like, so looking at how they did their first handful of games, they won by 6-10. Then they won by 3. Then they won by 1. Then they won by 1. Lost by 5. Won by 3.
So they're
Kind
in
of.
tight games.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
not like they
that's what you're
just
saying.
destroyed every team going
Right.
through. I know we were talking about just that one player, but like it seems like the team was probably in the right place for the year.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a good job. I mean, they played very well. I watched a little bit of those championship games. They look like a legit team.
Well, and
I,
then
I think we're going to see that when we talk about it next week in the D as well. I think the
Mhm.
two teams in the championship, I don't think they each had 3 C chips,
Right, and we were talking
and
about
they were
that.
E teams the year before as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
this is
and
probably going
that's
to be a
kind
team
of
that's going to be good next year.
yeah. I mean, I don't think it's going to. Seeing what happened in the D tournament this past weekend,
Mhm.
I would say that you might see some of these top 10 teams in the top 10 of D next year.
Sure.
It wouldn't be out of the question to see maybe 2 or 3 of them.
I
Mhm.
don't
You know what I
disagree.
mean? Like, because I think it is a lot of younger guys in E and D
Mhm.
getting into the game, because you also you go
Yes.
through. I mean, we don't know these teams, so you look at the roster and you see like, all right, this guy played U-Trip baseball not long ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
I mean, you look at that hard time team. That's the team that the Wolfpack lost to twice. You wonder different kind of bracket there. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
the Wolfpack could have definitely. They're getting bumped to D this year, but also they could have
That's
been
fine.
top 5 here, top 3.
Well, and how about Young Guns out of Maine? They
Mhm.
finished 7th, and they lost to
I think the Ticks.
who was it? Lunatics.
The Ticks, yeah.
Yep.
Like that right there. Another thing. Like we talk about the draw so much. Like
Mhm.
when you're in bracket play, the draw matters so much more than who you are.
Mhm.
And but the draw also, you look back at the tournament at the
Mhm.
draw. You know what I mean? Because all of these teams are coming from different areas, so it's like you look at who had the good weekend, and then you look at like, okay, now you look at the draw.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, did you play
Yes.
against the Buzzsaw that weekend?
Yeah.
You know, early in the tournament? Yeah, that
Mhm.
sucks.
Mhm.
That first Wolfpack game against that hard time team, I think they went 9-ish innings.
I think it was extra. That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was like a really, really good game. So yeah, it's awesome to see those Wolfpack boys. I expected this a year or 2 ago out
Right.
of these guys, because I thought like they can definitely hang in D around our area. I think.
Sure.
Oh, easy.
You know what I mean? Like they've got a really good team. They've done a great job of adding the right pieces too.
Mhm.
Who was their pitcher? It looked like it was a guy, someone from
No
Kind
idea.
Guy, I think.
I'm
There was a
not sure.
guy
It may
I've
have
never.
been.
Yeah,
They
someone-
were picking throughout the year. They were picking up a pitcher so that they get caving off the bump and get him back to kind of a
Thank
more
God, 'cause he
comfortable
sucks
position.
as a pitcher.
So see, this is the difference between like getting him to a position he's a little bit more comfortable. You're like, he fucking sucks. Thank God.
It's because it's caving. That's why.
Yeah,
I know,
so
I get it.
I'm seeing in the comments here 9 innings against that hard
An
time team the
IE.
first time, and the IE from Brock, who
Oh.
this kid is going to. You're going to see this kid play C easily.
Okay.
This kid can hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This kid can fucking smash the ball.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, but I think it was a cupcakes guy. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, that dude was filling the zone the entire time I was anytime I was watching him, he was just throwing strikes,
Mhm.
which is so huge.
So big.
Well, and here's the other thing too. When we're looking at, I think Brock had been with them for the last 3 tournaments. I think.
Okay. I'm not
I don't think it
positive.
was just Worlds. But and this is nothing against Young Guns because they had a lot of success through the year, and this is why I kind of discounted them. Not discount, just didn't have anything on their name going into it. They have a lot of pickups through the year, right? So like if Timmy Real wasn't playing with the Wolfpack, he'd be playing with Young Guns. They picked up a lot of guys. So I was kind of curious to see what they did at this tournament. Didn't expect that run out of them. I know their roster looks a little light right now, only with 12 guys, so I'm not sure kind of what that looked like. But if that's, I mean, you can't drop anybody after Worlds, right?
You might be able to, but
afterwards.
it
You
doesn't
must be
make
able
sense.
to. Well,
Yeah.
we've looked at all tournament teams that are just magically missing a team
yeah.
the player was on.
But
I mean,
no,
I know Young Guns also their pitcher at one point pitched, I think, in the state tournament for D's for Wolfpack.
Yeah,
So they kind of were trading players back and
Yeah.
forth. Those two teams in particular.
Okay. No, but you're right. I like Wolfpack. I think the thing with Wolfpack was the last year and a half was finding that pitcher. And they found it with Brock. And that
I
was
mean,
huge.
he played very, very well.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I said,
He won't be playing
filling-
C's because he's from Maine, so they don't like playing C's up there.
They don't like C up there.
They don't
Yeah.
like C up there.
But yeah, it looks like we have 3 in the Northeast that are going to be bumped. Looks like the Top Dollar, Tate's Tax Service out of New York, Wolfpack, and then Young Guns, just from the 10%.
Just from nationals. And
Not
yeah,
even
and then
from,
we
no,
have-
that's not a national
No,
bump.
not
That's
nationals.
that's just from the
and
top
then-
10.
yeah.
Auto
Then
bump.
Mingaville is the
Yeah.
the nationals bump. So that's 4. There's going to be easy, I'd say 15 teams going from E to D.
I got to tell you, in the Northeast alone, I could probably see, I could see 15, like 11, 10, 11, 17, so 15, 16. Like, I think 603 is probably on the cusp there. City Sound's getting bumped. I'm just looking at teams from, like, our area.
Cookies
I don't-
Crew probably too.
Cookies
which
Crew's
also-
definitely getting bumped.
I think
Yeah,
you're
they're
looking at 10 to
11.95. They're gone. Yep. This is the time of
Gnarly
year when you start
Narwhals,
looking.
They
Yeah,
won the Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They're autos.
So,
Yeah. So there's 5 just from the
Mhm.
world tournaments, or no, 5 from worlds and nationals. Then you look at the national auto bumps. There's going to be at least 10 of them.
Yeah,
you know what?
I think 11 max.
You know what surprises me here in this tournament? In the E Worlds? Well, and that just Top Dollar was the only New York team. I didn't see a New York team in the top, in that top percentage there. We're seeing a Jersey team, South Jersey Outlaws, but I was surprised to not see more New York teams hired. New York, traditionally has had some pretty high teams coming out of E.
So the team that we would see there would be the Bean Shooters. Looks like, I don't know how they did.
Yeah, they didn't do great.
Um,
But yeah, they have,
2-2,
there was that
yeah.
one team.
Ascend
Top
Athletics is also
Yeah.
1224 power rating.
Bean Shooters
2-2.
went 2-2.
Scrappy Dudes got
Scrappy Dudes, that's
protested
right.
and lost.
That's right. We had a team from New Hampshire go 2-2
That's
and
right.
win 2 games by
Protests.
forfeit.
Yeah, that's a look.
But I mean, here's the thing though, like, and this is what everyone should be doing. You have to hand in a card
Right.
to the umpire.
Yep.
You can get that card from the umpire. They
Mhm.
just write it down. Whoever's doing the book looks at the roster and says, "Hey, there's not a Mike on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he playing third base?"
All that person doing the Book at Worlds should take that card, take the book, make sure A, everybody's name matches up, but B, make sure the person, maybe pay attention, make sure that person coming to the bat is that same kind of name-ish if it's a real name.
Yeah, what are they yelling when that person gets up to bat?
Right. I mean, like some guys, like, Bones doesn't matter. Julian's now Hammercock Jr.
Dude, that was funny. That was. Did you get Go? Did you see this picture?
No.
You
Oh
haven't
my
seen this
goodness.
picture? All right.
We gotta.
I got you.
Yeah,
I'll pull it
gotta
up.
show
I
us.
just think Hammercock
comments
Jr.
are
is
awesome.
always going to be a good name.
All
The
right,
comments are awesome. They're like.
I haven't
it looks
heard
like-
how his DMs are doing.
Oh, I'm sure they're doing well.
Jess.
I'm sure they're
yeah.
doing
Pretty
pretty
good.
good. What a weird slide, though. Like, does not look very like a very good slide at all.
It was
He
an
was
awful. It was an awful. Like we should. He got sent. There was runners on first and second. ball right at the left fielder. He got sent and was out halfway up the baseline.
Yeah.
But
Been
instead,
been there.
I mean, so here's the thing.
it was early in the game.
I was also bashing in some of the group
What?
chats.
Mhm.
D's.
You
I was
don't do
bad.
that.
Oh, I don't
I had to-
typically. But
I had to watch
D's.
pictures of him in the shitter bashing softball this fall.
Oh my god, it was. Yeah, look at this.
Hold on.
Okay.
I need to hold on. I'm going to zoom in.
He's wants. Coco would like you to zoom in on this
No.
picture.
No. I never have it. That's
Yeah.
It's a fucking hammer.
Look at
if-
that.
that's got
How's that happening when you're
That's
sliding?
got to
like
be a
that?
cup.
It's got to
No,
be.
he's our right fielder.
So
Yeah,
here
well-
we are.
And then here it gets even better. It gets better. Zooming in. This man's getting so many DMs. This brochure, like, so
Yeah.
Amber actually texted me and she was like, "Hey, if you got it, flaunt it. Why the hell wouldn't you?" Amber's like, "I've got to. I really want to share this, but do you think he would let me?" I'm like, "Let me ask." I go, "If I had that thing, I would
Yeah.
be showing it everywhere."
Yes. Yes,
Cameron,
share.
You don't have that thing, and you're already trying to show that thing.
That'd be-
Look at that
oh,
slide.
true.
Like, where is he sliding off to?
He was trying to find
camera.
it. Basically, but it looks like the cat. Like when I open up the pantry, it's what all of my food tries to do and just hide anywhere. He was trying to find the one little piece of the plate he could find because he was gassed.
Well, his
Okay,
dick
'cause
was trying to
he-
find the whole plate.
Because I
He should
wanted
have
to go
just thrown
back.
his dick.
Wanted to go back to my bashing of the D division. It came right after I saw Woo City was playing.
Yeah,
Someone on Woo City hit a pop up to the infield
yeah.
that ended up with there were 2 outs, pop up to the infield, bases might have been loaded, whatever it was. Pop up to the infield ended up being a double that scored 2 runs.
That
What?
just sounds like good.
Yeah, and I was like, this fucking blows. Like, what are we doing here? I know that there are good D teams. That's not. But I was watching the wrong games. I watched that and I was like, this is so bad. Why would
Give me
What
my
are we doing?
$9.99 back.
Yeah.
There was like that old money team we lost to on Saturday. That was a good game. I didn't see a lot of games because we had weird times. Like we were playing at Friday, we played at 7:15 or 8:15 were the last game of the night. So,
And
and
you guys
we're
were
staying an
allegedly
hour and
staying-
change
yeah.
away. I'm not
That's
going down
not the
field every week.
move. That's not
No,
the
it's not.
move.
No.
It's
But listen, when you have a sponsor that takes care of things, I'm not gonna say boo. I'll throw money in to move closer, but like it's nice having good sponsors, which
Oh, yeah.
I had. Rich Friday was awesome. Great sponsor. But no, it's so we throw it up on the TV. We also found the one nice thing about being a Champions Gate. Oh boy. We found some fucking gorgeous fields to hit on.
Oh, that's a
Like
Oh,
in
interesting.
Davenport.
We didn't find that. We found the lazy river when we were
ball.
there.
I've seen the lazy river from afar.
I've never been in the Lazy River because I'm not
Yeah,
going
well,
like
I went there
not going-
first.
I didn't go in the lazy river because you were there
No.
first.
Yeah, you can look from afar. I'm sure they've cleaned it since.
Yeah,
once.
maybe. Probably.
Since
I like to think they
2021.
have, but just in case.
Just remember, everyone who's going down. Remember what happened there.
But well, Laguna Ticks, I mean, so from the young guns, no, they didn't even have any all world teams or any tournament guys. But it's good to see. It was nice to see in this E tournament specifically, seeing some teams from the Northeast go down, do well. I mean, look in the top 13, 1, 2, 3, 4 teams in the Northeast. Maine, New Hampshire, New York, and New Jersey. One Missouri team, and then everything in Kentucky, and everything else is Florida and Georgia, and the Carolinas, or North Carolina, or South Carolina.
Yeah, you wonder if that's gonna because you always hear that for the lower levels, at least it's always Georgia, Florida.
But going back to
Right.
what you were saying, D, like you're talking about young guys just starting to play.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I was down there, and I'm like, fuck, if I grew up down here, I would have been a way better ball player.
Right.
Well, way worse at hockey, but I would have had ability to hit outside all year or whatever it was instead of hitting your garage off a machine, off a tee setup. But you can see it. So, but it is always fucking curious how Florida and Georgia always have guys everywhere. And then, I don't know. There was a fucking A player on a fucking D team's roster this weekend at D Worlds, and it knocked off the number 1 seed. Like, well, how the fuck does that happen?
That goes back
That happens
to
more.
right. That goes back to looking at the roster, looking at the card that was given to you. If they're using a fake name for the guy, then it's tough to do.
It's hard. But fuck you. Like,
Yeah, that's
fuck you.
fucking shitty. But at the same time, I have not looked into this. I know that the person was, I mean, definitely not supposed to be playing there. I don't know if he was an A conference guy and he was a legit A conference guy. I have not looked into it. So
forget that portion. Showing up with a legal player like that,
it's just stupid.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And there's always teams that do it and it makes no sense.
But so the other thing that you look at though is like, okay, what if this team is just like, we're short guys? You look at the E and D division, like you're looking at teams that like they may not be taking it as seriously as other teams at the same time. You know what I mean? So maybe they're like, oh yeah, you just come along. No one's going to say anything because you're an E guy anyway. We don't need to put you on the roster. Or we think we put you on the roster, but we don't really know.
These call outs happened early. I know I've been down there, and Dustin, at least one of the times was with you, where it's not until late Saturday where a player gets called out. And it's like, wait, what? And it's
it did.
It was Saturday night or Sunday. There was a call out when we were down there in 2016.
I think it should have been Saturday, but it was Sunday because it got pushed back with the rain.
Right.
And then the team tried to call us out.
Right.
For winning
C
states.
And they were like, they won C states. And the director was like, that's not a player. You know that, right? Like that's all been approved. They're like, but look at it. And it's like, no, that's not the same thing. That's not what but I know in 2010, there was a team on a late Saturday that was called out.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you watch the team that lost to them right before that. And they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
What? So
and it sucks. Like we see the number 1 seed from Texas there go out. They ended up going 1-2. They lost their first game, won their second one, and lost the third. Like it sucks. Like it's fucking bullshit. I'd be pissed.
Sure.
Because like when you go to Worlds, listen, here's my thing. I don't need to use softball as a vacation. Right? Like unless you're going to one like during the year, like the PIF's not really vacation either. It's more work than most weekends. But you know what I'm saying. I don't
fun work vacation though.
Yes.
More work than most weeks, you mean.
But like Ocean City's a good one. Like, all right, let's go down there, let's play ball. It's a weekend, little A, little B. When you go to fucking Worlds is a business trip. Like I'm down there for one fucking reason. It's to play softball. That's it. I don't give a fuck about anything else, right? You can fuck around after.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you're out of the tournament, then you can get the 4-pack of beers.
Those land sharks to my face.
Or 8.
You can get all the drugs, get all the beers you want.
Yeah. Which is what happened right after that last out.
Yeah, I picked you up after my last game, and you were good. You were good, boy.
Cooking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a day. Me and Moore had a day. Oh, it was glorious.
That was so. I mean, it's wild. Friendly Fire going. I think they had more wins in Worlds than they had all year with two call-outs. Good for them.
If only they could. Yeah. You know, if only they could protest more during the season.
Oh boy.
I don't know if there's really any surprising teams in here that went 0-2 with early exits. Not really.
No.
There's.
I'm not super in tune with the E division.
Actually, City Sound was the team. That's right. Sorry, that was the one. City Sound show for your car. They did well at E Natties, and then they went like 2-2 or 3-2 at D Nationals too.
So Cookie's crew as well. They only went 3-2, 17th. You kind of thought maybe they were going to be kind of. I mean, yeah, they had 1195. Yeah, I definitely figured they would be at least in the top 10%.
Yeah, and City Sound was a team that I used to talk about even last year about they just played well.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a bummer.
I mean,
Buggy's Plumbing coming in 25th and going 4-2.
They lost early, I believe.
Yeah,
I think they
Hearts
played a
as
local
well.
team early. Buggies might have played Cookie's Crew like second game.
they did. They lost
Gotcha.
21-5.
Okay.
Yep. Right. And then they
beat
ran
up
off
on 'em.
3 more.
Yeah, and that's going to happen. Did you see that there's a
Yeah, but-
relocated E team from New York?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw every time I saw that I was like, is that a
Relocated, yeah.
trot waffle?
Is someone from the Twat Waffles?
Here's the thing about Cookie's Crew. The 2 teams they lost to finished 4th and 9th. So, they win one of those games, they're in that spot.
Yeah, the 9th, when you're in 17th, the 9th, you look at it and you're like, you probably should have won that game, maybe. 603, just outside of the top 10% as well. That team looked good when I watched them.
Yeah. But yeah.
So good showing though out of the
lot of
Northeast,
teams.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cookie's Crew made it far.
Definitely
They
good
were
showing.
3-0 pretty early on, and then just they lost both days on the 21st, which was Saturday. So we'll see them at D's next year.
Yeah.
And Chad's done a good
Hope so.
job of building that program up, and I think they're losing one guy who's moving to Arizona, but they should have most of their guys, which is good.
Nice.
Fly him in.
Yeah, why not?
Everyone does
get
it.
a little more from Game Up Hydration and fly him
in
for D-ball.
D-ball.
So Coco,
next week.
Sir.
what you got? Oh, go ahead.
D-ball next week. What do you got?
Yeah. I got it,
Before
right?
that?
So, MFK, we're staying in the holiday spirit of Halloween. I know it's a day late, but
Oh, jeez.
sexy costumes. Marry, fuck, kill.
Thought we were
Sexy
going
nurse.
Candy here.
Nope.
But
Sexy nurse, sexy secretary, sexy devil. Marry, fuck, kill.
oh my god, I don't know.
Nurse, secretary,
Nurse is
devil.
overdone, isn't it?
devil.
You tell me.
Yeah.
Like
So
devil, devil. What? Show me a picture of the devil of the
Yeah,
a
I'm
I'm
sexy
not doing
devil.
that. You guys know what you guys
J-Ro,
know.
show
what
me a picture of
computer
a
I
sexy
use.
devil.
yeah, I gotta visualize this because a
Someone in the
sexy,
comments.
sexy devil.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
You absolutely have seen a sexy
Oh.
devil. Yeah, look at J-Ro can't
Oh.
even post it yet. He's
You
like,
can.
This
though.
might not be allowed.
Now
on
that one I
Facebook."
couldn't. All right, so here we go. This one works. Like, okay,
I feel like with this we need visual. We
Yeah,
need a
it's not coming
visual
from me this time.
supplementation here.
I can do whatever talking Jack in the Box.
it was, or if this is more your style,
What?
more your style, whatever way you want to go.
Sure.
This-
This is
Oh, the
male or
retarded,
female
yeah.
for whoever wants to listen.
Okay.
How come, J-Ro, what settings do you have that the
Don't
the
worry.
other one was blocked out?
I'm trying to wean off a certain fetish.
Thick with 2 C's?
Oh, here's another sexy one for you. That's a lackluster one.
Yeah, that one's not good.
All right, so we'll go. I don't like any of these. We'll go.
Okay,
with,
so-
That's not true. You
this
like
one.
some of them. Okay.
That one or this. Oh, this one. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Okay,
For the
so
13 people sticking with 12 people.
so
Thank you.
latex. We're talking latex, red latex.
We are talking about.
But I feel
a
like that's not
sexy
going to be. I
devil.
think
We're
it's going to be
talking
more
about
of this.
Red latex. Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
It's latex,
This is going
it
to be
might
more of the
not be.
costume. Let's just say it's a little red dress with fishnets and a shitty fucking
A
horn.
tail,
a shitty.
some horns.
So
A
there you go.
trident.
It's
So you
better
got
have
the
some
nurse,
good shoes
the
on.
devil,
though, like those,
and what was the other one?
Nurse,
Sexy
secretary,
nurse.
devil.
Secretary.
Mhm.
I've got it. I'm marrying the fucking sexy secretary because if, God forbid, if the wife comes home and she's like, "What is going on here?" I can be like, "It is my new secretary,
Yeah,
and she's working here."
yeah. You make enough
Um,
for that.
You
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
You can't fuck the secretary because if you do, your marriage is not going in a great
I
spot.
think I'm having a heart attack. It's my nurse.
I'm gonna go with the sexy devil. I'm gonna fuck her because there are some toys in play here, and then the sexy
What are we
nurse
told?
is just, huh?
You want to be poked by the trident that we talked about?
I'm up for anything at least 3 times to make sure it feels all right. And then I'm gonna kill the sexy nurse just because I do feel it's extremely overplayed and it was never in my spank bank.
Okay.
All right, me personally, I'm going to marry the secretary for
Okay.
different reasons. She's probably pretty organized. Okay.
Fair.
She has a good work ethic,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
She went to
Um,
college
Yeah,
for a little
well,
bit.
maybe.
Maybe.
No, she's probably the one. If
that
he's
didn't go to
probably-
college. Oh, he's frozen.
He sure as shit is.
Oh my goodness.
Thank
he is.
God.
I'm back.
Look it up.
I'm back. Stop
you're
it.
kind of back. Yeah, you're kind of back. Yeah. Is she an administrative assistant? That's the question.
Is she
You're right,
going
it's
to
2023,
make sure
it's
your
administrative
office
assistant.
supplies are organized and well stocked?
She's gonna make sure that your
Is she-
stapler is ready to go.
There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna marry the secretary, I think.
Okay.
Thank you. Even though I said that the nurse was overplayed, and it is,
Mhm.
I'm going to fuck the nurse.
Mhm.
Just in case you're having like a little pain in your knee, you want her to check it
I was
out.
a big
Doesn't go
Blink
down after
180,
4
big
hours.
Blink 182 fan, and that cover, my God,
Yeah.
still
She's-
sticks with me to this day.
She did not age
Maybe
well.
there was some.
She
glue
did
on
not.
that cover.
She did not age
not
well,
age
but that
well.
was a great. When we're looking back on it,
It's fair.
great. The
Okay.
devil, from what I saw tonight,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
she might
Okay.
be into some weird stuff, some
Mhm.
stuff that maybe I'm not. Maybe J-Ro is into, like the,
no kink
the
shame
knife,
here.
the
Nope.
knife play. She might
Not
be
here
into
for that. Sure.
some knife stuff. I don't know. I'm probably not into that.
Okay.
I won't
But
know
you're-
until
okay, so you're not
until
into
someone's
that.
got. I don't know. I won't know until someone's got their knife up against me.
But you're going to be in. You're in for prostate massaging, is what you're telling me.
Did I say 2 fingers? Better make it 3. That's from Road Trip.
Yeah,
Great movie.
I don't know if I'm in for that, but
Milk a prostate. What's wrong with that?
have you? Yeah, have you had your?
I actually have. I have not. No, I can't get
I
her to
haven't
go
either.
anywhere near my
Yeah.
butt because it looks like a fucking. You ever watch The Abyss?
So it looks like a prolapsed anus.
The
Your anus
the
looks like
live
an anus.
viewers are.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's
But
the thing,
it's true,
Vanty.
though. Like I don't know. I
Vanty
can't,
knows.
I can't. Vanty knows.
Vanty told me today. He goes, 2 more episodes and then it's off season. I'm like, Vanty, it might not be the same off season you're looking forward
Yeah,
to.
we're
where-
probably looking at January for the
Yeah,
offseason
yeah.
if we can get some of the guests that we've been talking to. So, yeah, I think.
All right, so you're
so
going to
here's-
marry
here's my-
secretary, you're
yeah.
fucking the nurse, and you're killing the devil.
Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
going to put a motion. If this is a board meeting, I'm going to put a motion to
And
have
you want the
the
secretary.
no to
Yeah,
have
sure.
the guests partake in the MFK from now on.
Okay.
I second. Second.
Noted. Yep. So it
Um,
is said. So,
So
it shall
Alyssa,
be.
just send in your answers for tonight.
Yeah.
Go
Yep.
go go.
Alyssa, let us know what your MFK in there. But we have to do it for like a female guest. We're going to have to change it up there. Like, what is
No.
it? Like, do you
No.
want to?
No, it could
What
be
do
what
you-
they want to wear
what they
or
want.
what they
Okay.
want to see. Like J-Ro,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that you meant you wanted
That
to
sexy
see
devil. It
a
was
naughty,
sexy
a naughty
male
devil.
devils. Yeah.
Just one time, just to see what it's
I'm-
like. But
I'm not
usually a
organized at my
secretary.
desk, so I want it to be the naughty secretary because
Yeah.
I'm like naughty. It's not as organized as you want, but
so
I'm bad.
dirty.
So spank me.
So I'm gonna marry the nurse because they can
course
take
you
care of me in that costume if I'm ill.
Shocking.
And I happen to be sick this week.
If you had a sexy chauffeur, you'd be marrying fucking that one.
I already tried. Dustin said no. So I'm gonna marry the nurse. I'm gonna fuck the devil because one time just to see how it's like, and then the secretary, I can be organized on my own. I'm okay without that. I can wear high.
Have you ever
stockings if
seen
I
a
want.
bad sexy secretary?
Yeah, me.
You've never seen a bad sexy
Yes,
secretary.
me. When I dress up, I look like a bad. I look like I'm
Bullshit.
trying to be. Oh, thank you. You think I look good?
I
mean,
even-
we're setting the bar high at sexy. So I mean,
You've never put on a field hockey skirt for pep rally days back in high school?
I went as a woman for Halloween once. I have the legs
hasn't?
for it. It's still not good.
You're already crazy. Like
the
I gotta
legs
tell
for
you,
it, he says.
and all of my internet browsing and all of my Halloween watching, I've never seen a bad sexy secretary
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
because I guess maybe this is just where the kink side kind of, really you can find them to fit anyone you want. It's like, no, here you go. Oh, what kind of papers are you putting on my desk now? I told you to not send through George from accounting. Like, and you can really have some
You
fun.
really
with
thought
this.
about this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of hard.
Not hard to please.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming, everyone.
next week we've got
Take less.
who do we got next week?
We got Jake
Derrick.
Castro from the Titans. He's going to join us. We also are going to have Derek Haskell from the Lewiston softball tournament. We're going to do the tournament. We're going to release the bracket. We love doing a bracket almost as much as we love a sexy secretary.